What's going on, YouTube? I'm Brandon. You're back in the Gillstrap garage, and I've made a mess out of the place looking for some certain parts, but we're gonna be on the 70 Monte Carlo today. Not doing a whole lot. I don't even know if I have all the hardware, but today I wanted to focus on getting some of the stuff buttoned up on the firewall so I can start focusing on getting wire harnesses and stuff hooked up. But I think where I'm gonna start today is getting the blower motor and my new shroud assembly put up on the firewall. I ripped out everything from the AC system. Eventually I'll do like a modern air system. I forget what they call them. But basically I've eliminated all of the air conditioning system and I bought a shroud to do it. So we gotta get a couple brackets out of the way and I'll be able to hopefully bolt that shroud up. Once it's in there, I'll determine if I'm gonna have to pull it back off and seal it up with some silicone, which I think might be the safest bet. Let's see what we can make happen today. I've been trying to get some stuff done on this car. Every time I start, something comes up. I had to drill the lockout on the trunk because I can't find the keys anywhere. Like, I mean, I have searched everywhere for them. I do not know where they're at. But we're gonna hopefully get some parts on this thing today. So the shroud is gonna go up here, but I gotta get this brace off of here, which should only be a couple bolts. And then we'll see what I can get bolted up there, if I can get it bolted up at all, because I need to get some stuff done on this car. I want to hear this thing run. So let's go. That looks like 9/16 or 5/8 maybe. I wonder if that'll be enough for me instead of pulling that whole thing out. Let's see what she looks like. I've also timed that blower motor on this new piece like 1,000 different ways. And look, bolt holes don't exactly line up. Pretty self-explanatory how that goes on there. Let's see if I've got some hardware for it. Alright, I think I've got some hardware here. I think what I need to do is just wait a day and get some fresh 1/4 bolts and nuts. Yeah, I think I need to wait, because if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it right. Probably just pick up on this tomorrow. Alright, YouTube, we are back, and I've been trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this video interesting, because it's not interesting, right? So I brought in some help. Wanna pop in there, Hobbs? I've got my daughter helping me. I don't know why she's not gonna show her face right now, but I got my daughter helping me. I've got a bunch of new hardware. So we're gonna pull this out. We're gonna get the motor fitted up. And then we'll put it all back in and bolt it down and see what else we may have to do to this. You wanna come around front so you can see how this thing comes off, Hobbs, and we'll have an idea how it goes back on?
Figured out how that goes on?
Yeah, I had to take this bar out of the way right here. Little support bracket for the fender. And then comes right off. That. We'll set the camera up on the workbench and get this thing bolted up. So on this, look, check it out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes, right? Kind of in like a star pattern. This is the blower motor here, and we have way more than 5 holes. But no matter what I do, I cannot get these things to line up. I can get 2 of them to line up. Kind of.
Can you make any bolts?
Well, I think that's the point I was getting at. I think that's what we're gonna have to do, is drill us out some new holes. Because I mean, I'll spin it one over. I can get those 2 to line up again, but this is supposed to be on the bottom. This little rubber boot here. So I've got some little screws here, and I want to clean this up before it's like finalized, but I think what we're gonna do too, here, hop in here, I'll get in here a little closer. Come closer, closer, closer. I think what I'm gonna do is once we get it mounted up there, I'm probably, depending on what it looks like when it's sitting up there, I'm probably gonna pull it back apart and then get some silicone and create a seal in here and a seal along the back side. Or I can make a gasket too, but silicone's probably easier, but a gasket's probably cleaner. And then that'll be like the final thing. So when I pull it back apart, I'll clean this up real good because it's pretty dirty now too. So see if we can get all our little screws in here. On the two that we can anyway. And then we'll drill some new holes out. Wanna run that in? Wanna try to screw it in? Don't be scared of it, hop in there. You're not really screwing into anything, you're kind of just putting some force to set it down right now. And then we'll put a nut on the back side. Good deal, that's in. Now let's try to line up our second hole. Maybe. The light's like right in your face, huh? Do you want me to move that light? Here, time out for a second.
So this one only lines up 2 or 3?
This one will only line up 2. Alright, that's in there. And give your eyes a break real quick. I'll put these 2 nuts on the back side and we'll get ready to drill some new holes. So when we go back together, we'll probably Loctite it, but if one of the nuts popped off of the back, it would bounce around in this blower motor and probably destroy it.
When do you think you're going to be able to drive it again?
Hopefully by next summer. That would be the goal. Take this thing for a cruise next summer. It ain't.
Swap meets out here?
There's nothing for swap meets out here. God. Okay, we're just gonna set this off to the side.
Is there any car shows out here?
Oh yeah, there's tons of car shows. I went to a pretty good one while you guys were in California.
What?
I went down to Nebraska City and went to a car show. It was a good one. There was a guy, he had I think it was a 1971 Monte Carlo. He bought it brand new.
Brand new?
Like from the dealership, kept it his whole life. It was pristine, super, super clean. That's how I know you don't watch my YouTube channel, because I posted a video of it.
I watch your shorts. I don't even watch our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I don't know, you're like not even into it anymore.
I don't like rewatching videos.
Why?
No,
I love it. I watch all of my videos. I watch all of your guys' videos. This is from the OG Danny V right here.
What did you cut yourself on?
The drill press.
Yeah?
Yeah, the green thing we're working in front of.
That looks sharp.
Well, no, it wasn't. It was the thing I was cutting. So what's dangerous about drill presses... Hold on, let me get this clamp down.
You could cut your finger off.
You could. You can cut it really deep like I did. So drill presses are great. Hold on, let me spam this up here. Like, you know, this thing, you flip it on, it just spins around, you drill it. The problem is what happens is when you start drilling through, it catches. And it can spin whatever you're drilling, it can spin it around, and that's what happened to me. Normally, you get some clamps, you clamp it down real tight, you put a piece of wood under it or something, but I was just doing something real quick, and that's how fast you get hurt too, is real quick. I was holding it.
Why do you keep doing real quick?
Because accidents happen real quick. I don't know exactly how I was holding it. I think I must have been holding it with my right hand, trying to hold it down. It caught around and it split my whole knuckle
Do you
open.
have a scar?
Yeah, I got a pretty good scar. You can see it right there.
Did you glue it together?
No, I didn't glue it. I did tape the hell out of it though.
Weren't you
I should have
gonna
got
glue it?
I should have got stitches. Yeah. I just didn't have any glue.
Why would you glue cut together?
To hold it together. Like, just talking about it, my knuckle hurts right now.
You almost passed out.
I know. It was nasty. Okay, so this is like a super important part because if we mess up, then we have to get a new piece. Do you want to do it? Why not? It's easy.
Do it where?
Right in the holes. I'll do one. You want to do one?
You're gonna cut my finger off.
You're not going to cut your finger off. A drill is different than a drill press. You'll just hold it here, hold the back side, and you pull the trigger. Want me to hold it steady while you pull the trigger? Hop in here. Hold on. Let me back this up a little bit. Easy as that. Get some more shavings out. One more? Why are you scared? No need to be scared. So do you want to learn how this works real quick too? This is pretty much the same for like all cars.
Yeah.
You see this big hamster wheel right here?
Yeah.
So when you put power to it, it spins. It usually has like a resistor somewhere, or not a resistor, a rheostat, so you can change. So you can change the amount of amperage to it. Some I don't know if it would be amps or volts that changes. If it's 12 volts in, it would, yeah, I mean, I think it would have to be amperage. But as you change the input for it, it spins at different speeds, and that's why your air conditioner will blow soft, medium, or really fast, like coming out of the vents. So this spins, and actually, if there's one ever spinning in a car, don't stick your finger in there because you can lose your finger there too, or cut it real bad. But this spins and it pushes air through all the, it's called a duct, D-U-C-T, and then that comes out your vents. So that's how your heater and your air conditioner blow.
Why would someone stick their finger in there?
To see if they can, well, because sometimes when the blower motor fails, it'll have the power going to it, but it won't spin. And then sometimes if you give it a little bump, a little movement, then it'll take off spinning.
What if it's out?
What do you mean?
What if like they take it out?
Well, then you're asking for it. But I'm talking about like if you're trying to see why your fan wasn't blowing.
Oh.
A lot of times that's what'll happen. It'll be in the car, you'll get a little access to it. You'll try to give it a spin with power to it, and sometimes it will spin, and then it'll cut you up. If you want to do it, oh, my batteries are dead, so you'll do it this way. Just put that wrench on there, and turn and turn and turn until she gets tight. Gotta try to keep it straight. And your ratchet's not all the way in. Give it an extra little push in towards the socket. There you go.
Keeps falling.
Yeah, you gotta keep it straight. You wanna do the honors of putting this badge on? I've been waiting a long time to do this. The emblem in the front.
How did it go missing?
It just fell out. I mean,
These can fall out.
just the red piece, yeah.
Oh.
You gotta think, this car is 52 years old.
52?
Yeah.
You're not even that old.
No. This car's older than Grandma and Grandpa. well, Grandma and my dad, I mean, which my dad isn't alive, but whatever.
Grandma's only
Grandma-
51.
Grandma was born in 71, and my dad was born in 72. This car's older than both of them.
How old is Grandma?
Well, I think what I'm gonna do, because this damn cheap plastic thing broke, is I'm gonna find, it's kind of tapered too. I'm gonna find a nut that's real close. I'm gonna tap the threads and just use a regular nut and be careful putting it on there, and I think I can still save it. So I think that's about it for this week's video. Ob's helped me out with throwing this on here, kind of getting it mocked up. Kind of. But yeah, we're gonna start doing some stuff to this Monte Carlo, because I want to drive it. I don't want to just sit in here collecting dust and holding parts like it is right now. I want to actually drive this thing. So stay tuned. We will see you in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and stay tuned because it's happening.